Virgo. I'm gonna read this tiny little poem for my family members real quick. Floating on a river, bathing in a storm, believing in higher vibrations, understanding that sometimes we must step on thorns. Knowing a higher power exists that you yourself can only explain. I will practice what I preach, but the loss and grief of my family members will never go in vain. I must continue to go on, even when the heart feels it's been cut by a knife. I cry, then dry my tears, appreciating what I have left, each moment in this circle of life. This is my mom, me, my sister Marissa, and my sister Desiree. When we were younger, obviously. Life, family, love, growing, evolving, being, living our story. Life is so beautiful, family is so beautiful, and we always need to be thankful for the ones that we know are very amazing in our lives and has helped us become the people we are today. And that is definitely my Grandma Betty. I lost my Grandma Betty 6 months ago. She was my best friend, my soulmate, my other half. Well, 3. There was me, my mom, and my grandma, and I just loved them both the same, and I thought we were just all like 3 in 1. So when I lost her 6 months ago, it was definitely, nothing can prepare you for death. I never, luckily, had to grieve this much before as I did in 2021, so that's a good thing. But 2021 definitely was the year of grief for me and my family. Losing my Grandma Betty, you know, everyone grieves differently, I hear. I didn't know about grieving, and it was definitely just 2 months straight of just pure tears and crying and just how can someone go on. But eventually you just have to know if you're still gonna choose to live your life and you want to be happy and you want to be healthy, you have to just slowly, every day, just have faith and just keep going, because the mind-body connection, it's good to grieve, we need to grieve, but we can't stay stuck for too long. Well, that was with my grandma, and it was so cool because me and my mom, and the last day that we were cleaning out the place before it ended in escrow, my mom found this picture that I had drew for my Grandma Betty in the street. It was just there was a garbage man there, and it was just floating in the street. And it says, "To Grandma Betty, I love you, Grandma Betty, best friends." I was like 7. I was probably around 7 years old when I drew it. "Go to sleep, sweet baby, go to sleep," from Rosemary. So this, oh my gosh, this was the biggest treasure. And I kid you not, right before my mom found this, floating in the street, it obviously flew out of the dumpster truck, I had said a quick prayer in my old room when I had stayed with her for a year, and I said, "Grandma, can you give me any signs before I leave this house forever?" Because our whole family, my whole childhood, so much of my memories are there. And then my mom had found this like 10 minutes later. So thanks, Grandma, for that. There is no price for this. And anyways, and I want to say thank you, Grandma, for helping encourage me to continue following my soul and my heart and finishing my first book, San Gabriel Valley Girl, Fighting to Be Me Again. It's an autobiography and inspirational life story that the only way to say it is out of strong calling. I had to do it, I had to write it, and I spent 10 years working on it, and I finally got it published. And it's my life story, but it's ultimately here to help the reader, you. I tell all of the crazy, horrific, terrifying things I've been through to ultimately help you, because I share all the wisdom and knowledge I gained at the end. And I don't regret anything that I've ever been through, because good or bad, it's made me the person I am today. And if I wouldn't have went through all those torturous times, I wouldn't be half the person I am today, and wise and knowing of myself and so on. And just in case you guys are interested, it would be awesome if you would get it, a copy. I'll let you know what it's about. Just read you the back real quick, just in case maybe you wanted to get it. This is a true inspirational story about a young girl's journey to health and happiness. At the age of 18, just before graduating from high school, the unimaginable nightmare began. After a car accident threw her 30 feet into a carpool lane on the Corona freeway, she slipped into a coma and awoke days later with the mindset of an average 5-year-old. Her severe traumatic brain injury forced her to rebuild her mind, with love all around her, resilience in her blood, and a strong will to live. Her brain and body would have to learn to adapt to a new way of living. She would go through numerous bizarre mental stages, but endurance, patience, and time was on her side for a decade and beyond. Join Rosemary, me, on this amazing journey as she captures each moment, emotion, and experience, and learns just how powerful and incredible the mind really is. Sometimes it takes living through torturous times to one day find true enlightenment. So, yes, I'd be honored if you get a copy, and I definitely promise you'll learn a few things, and I'd love to know your thoughts afterwards. But Grandma definitely pushed me to get it finished, and the cool thing is at least she was able to read it twice before she passed away. And then my Uncle Victor passed away a month ago. He was my favorite uncle. It was very sudden and unexpected, and that was another big tug. So I love you, Uncle Victor. He got to read my book too. That's at least that. And then another shout out I want to give to the third soul that I lost this year in 2021 is Jasmine. She was our family cat that we had for 18 years, and me and my mom had to put her to sleep the other day, 2 days ago. But we were with her at least saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, until she took her last breath. So at least that. So for those 3 beautiful souls that I lost, I want to say I love you. I know you're still with me and my family in the spiritual world. I can feel it, and my soul knows, and that's all that matters. And that is what is helping me go on. And so I have to just, it is sad, but I wanted to dedicate this little video to them, because this would be the first Christmas. I didn't get to actually spend last Christmas with them either because of the pandemic, so I was supposed to spend this Christmas with them and Thanksgiving, but that didn't happen. So this is the second Christmas and Thanksgiving that I won't be able to spend with them, but spiritually I will. And that's that. So remember, everybody, time, the days of our lives, the hourglass, each moment, each second, as much as you can. Just try to appreciate what you do have, who you have, and where you are, and milk it for what it's worth. Because appreciating and loving and just making yourself feel as happy as can be is crucial to our lives and well-being, and self-care, because we deserve to be happy, we deserve to be healthy, and we deserve to live the best we possibly can. So I suggest that everybody starts taking some initiative in self-care. And if you watch some of my other channels or videos on my channel, I definitely give you tools. And in my book, definitely at the end, there's a lot of good stuff that helps the reader in there. Christmas is coming soon, and I am sending everybody who's watching blessings, love, and positive energy, and have a very Merry Christmas, and let's pray a very happy and great New Year. Thanks for listening, everybody.